Ministry is what we're called to do. Healing time is ahead of you if you just open your heart, open your home, or open your church. Can a Christian be addicted? That's a really big question, and a lot of people have a lot of answers on that. Today, we're going to talk about that in detail. Now, I'm going to share my experience. Okay, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the power of our testimony. When I got saved, Jesus immediately delivered me from alcohol and drug addiction, and I was totally out of control, and I have not had drugs or alcohol for over 40 years. However, pornography, sex addiction, sugar, caffeine addictions still had a grip on me, and I had to heal from them and walk out the principles we're going to talk, biblical principles, so that I could have recovery. Now, recovery can be for anyone, for any addiction who wants to be free. So if you know someone who has an addiction, who has tried to stop, it's affecting their life, share the show with them. Give them hope. Let them know that there actually is freedom. I've been free for decades on all these addictions. Everyone can recover and heal from addictions. And for the many like yourself or someone you know, it might be a process. So if you've tried the instantaneous, Jesus just help me, and he hasn't done that, he wants you to walk through a process. He wants you to be humbled and confess, be honest. Now here's the good news. We know what this process is, and we've been successfully setting the captives free for many decades. This is not guesswork. Someone who applies the principles that we're talking about in Recovery for Everyone can actually have a life free from addictions. Now, you can open your heart, you can open your home, you can open your church, and be a healing place of any type of addiction you want to see destroyed in your life or in your church's life. So you can pick one. I want to heal eating disorders. I want to help guys with pornography. I want to kill alcoholism. I want to recover from this or that. You can decide, or you can put these people all together and say, hey, if you're just struggling with addictions, let's get together, talk about it, be honest with one another, be accountable to one another, walk through the workbooks, get the work done, and be free. And live our life in a way that we're free from addictions. It's so much better to be free. You know, there's the old saying, I've been broke and I've been rich. Rich is better. Okay. I've been a captive and I've been free, and free is better. Free to decide what you do. You don't have to be a slave to alcohol, drugs, sex, pornography, food. You don't have to be a slave to that. If you are that person who has an addiction, there's hope. You can get free. And with the Recovery from Everyone, it's a proven thing that you can do that. Christ has come to set us free, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Now, check that, because there's areas in your heart, areas in your life, areas in your behavior where you are not free. It might take a kind of a process to get the Spirit of the Lord to move in and grow you in that area of your life. That's why we want you to start groups, Recovery for Everyone groups, so that where I am, okay, where 2 or 3 are gathered, I am. And we want the I am to be a part of your recovery process, a part of your healing your heart, a part of dealing with maybe what you're medicating from your past or your present, or just give you the skills to be able to live a satisfactory life without gaming, without spending hours on Facebook, without being addicted in any way. And Christians, we have our, really bad ones, alcohol and drugs, those are bad. So we'll just overeat, or we'll just spend, 15 hours a week watching television, or we'll do Facebook 2 or 3 hours a day. Those are cool with us. They're not cool. Okay? The Spirit of God doesn't want you to spend many hours a week in disappearing, okay, through any form of technology. Okay, so we want to be careful that we're not just, that recovery for everyone. That's for the people that are really a mess. If you've got an addiction process growing in your heart and life, you want to kill it as soon as possible before it affects you deeply and those you love deeply. Because when you're in a relationship, in a marriage, or you have a child or someone in your family who has an addiction, it affects everybody. Everybody gets injured by that lack of emotional maturity, those poor decision-making processes, the inability to see things clearly. Now, Recovery for Everyone groups has exercise books, steps books, all the things you need. Even there's a DVD set to help you with all that, so that you can get the lessons that we've learned destroying addictions, winning the battle, overcoming for people, seeing whole teams of people. Now, I'm looking over the course of my life, over 35 years of counseling people, and I can see face after face hundreds and thousands of people who've already been free, and they have testimonies on how their lives became better. They talk about how they can feel their feelings now. They talk about being able to hear God's voice again. They talk about being moved back into the original calling that God had for their life because they felt sidelined, or getting rid of the lie that if you really knew me, you wouldn't love me. They testify to their marriages being better and more whole. They testify to being more financially responsible than ever before in their lives. They testify to God using them in starting groups like this. I can't tell you how many, office people, CPAs, janitors, realtors, doctors, people who said, I just need to jump in and help other people get well because I was bound, but now I'm free. And I've got to tell somebody. So if you have a desire for this ministry, I'm encouraging you to open your heart, open your home, open your church. If you've never been addicted, you can lead this group. If you can push play and talk to people, you can do this group. If you've been addicted for 50 years, you can do this group. Ministry is what we're called to do. Healing time is ahead of you if you just open your heart, open your home, or open your church. So please, let's kill addictions together.